Today's an exciting milestone for the Big Cat Sanctuary because we're going to be mixing Maya and Neron, our two black jaguars, together as part of the breeding program. Around a year ago, Maya received a breeding recommendation, which we were all quite surprised by, because anybody that knows her story and has followed it over the years will know that actually she was quite poorly as a cub. Maya was born in July 2017 and came to us here at the Big Cat Sanctuary at just 5 days old. Unfortunately, she wasn't receiving the amount of care that was needed by her mother, so the decision was made to remove her and we took her on. The team here worked tirelessly to overcome these health problems, and Maya is now a happy and healthy jaguar. Maya continues to move from strength to strength, and the prospect of Maya being part of this breeding program is wonderful. Maya was once a young cub that was in desperate need of care, and now is a happy, healthy and fit individual who hopefully will go on to start a family of her own. Her breeding partner was actually Neron, our black male. His previous breeding partner, Kira, now lives in the enclosure opposite, and Maya was moved into an adjoining enclosure to Neron. Now, we know that Neron and Kira were very closely bonded, but the needs of the international breeding program are what is most important. It is essential to have a healthy captive population of jaguars because out in the wild, the IUCN Red List classes them as near threatened. The international breeding program is run by a stud bookkeeper, and all accredited zoos that look after jaguars are all working together to make sure that we are maintaining a sustainable and diverse captive population ready for hopefully one day being able to release into the wild. Since moving Maya over to her new enclosure, we've let her settle in. We've been rotating her and Neron around so they're getting used to each other's smells. And then we've been doing supervised times where they've been allowed next to each other in the dens. And this is really important because where Maya is hand-reared and has never lived with other jaguars before, she's a very excitable individual. So we need to make sure that she calms down, she gets used to it, she's picking up all the right social cues. And luckily for us, Neron is such a gentle and relaxed, laid-back male. We actually saw that Maya was in season, so we chose then to actually try and mix them for the first time. So we started off with bringing them next to each other at the dividing slider and just opening it a small amount, and would give us a better idea as to how they were going to behave before we then opened it fully. We were seeing a lot of interest between the two at the divide, and they were definitely watching as the door was slowly being opened. We weren't seeing any aggression, but definite interest at trying to get through to the other side. So that same session, we opened the door fully, and that allowed Neron and Maya to actually get in with each other. What was really lovely was that there was, again, no aggression, but there was a lot of wrestling and sparring, and that's kind of one of the things with jaguar mixes. It's very physical. There's no real vocalizations or posturing like you would see with the other cats. There's a lot of just contact, where they're just kind of working each other out and sizing each other up, but not in an aggressive way. We've got nice big multiple adjoining dens, so it meant that we had the opportunity to separate them if and when needed. But actually the cats were very good. After a few days of mixing in the house for periods of time, we actually chose to let them both out. That meant that we had less control, but they had more opportunity to kind of spend time away from each other and be more calm. We're really pleased that just after 2 weeks of doing this, Neron and Maya now live together full time. They've got access to each other day and night, to the whole unit. We're now only separating them when they're being fed. We still have CCTV monitoring them, and we're just keeping eyes, but they're that comfortable around each other now that we feel that they can be left unsupervised. So that's really great news. Now that these two are living together quite harmoniously, their bond is only going to get stronger, and we're hoping to see Maya come back into estrus in the next month or so. So hopefully by that point, she'll be much more comfortable to allow him closer to her. Taking part in breeding programs like this is essential for safeguarding a species, and we're really proud to be part of it here at the Big Cat Sanctuary.